said I would. If they could, they probably should. I left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would.
I was caught up in a situation, could have gone real bad. I took a long vacation, no doubt left man of them mad. Gone. I left the hood, I said I would, so I'ma get mine and I won't feel bad. Nah, if they could, they probably should, but most man end up in a two-man pad. Left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. Ain't coming back. If they could, they probably should. Oh yeah. I left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. Left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. Ain't coming back. If they could, they probably should. Oh yeah. I left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would.
I was caught up in a situation, could have gone real bad. I took a long vacation, no doubt left none of them mad. I left the hood, I said I would, so I'ma get mine and I won't feel bad. If they could, they probably should, but most man end up in a two-man bad. I was caught up in a situation, could have gone real bad. I took a long vacation, no doubt left none of them mad. I left the hood, I said I would, so I'ma get mine and I won't feel bad. If they could, they probably should, but most man end up in a two-man bad.
Left the hood, I said I would. Left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. If they could, they probably should. I left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would.
I was caught up in a situation, could have gone real bad. I took a long vacation, no doubt left man of them mad. Gone. I left the hood, I said I would, so I'ma get mine and I won't feel bad. Nah, if they could, they probably should, but most man end up in a two-man pad. Left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. Ain't coming back. If they could, they probably should. Oh yeah. I left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. Left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. Ain't coming back. If they could, they probably should. Oh yeah. I left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would.
I was caught up in a situation, could have gone real bad. I took a long vacation, no doubt left none of them mad. I left the hood, I said I would, so I'ma get mine and I won't feel bad. If they could, they probably should, but most man end up in a two-man bad. I was caught up in a situation, could have gone real bad. I took a long vacation, no doubt left none of them mad. I left the hood, I said I would, so I'ma get mine and I won't feel bad. If they could, they probably should, but most man end up in a two-man bad.
Left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. I ain't coming back. If they could, they probably should. Oh yeah. I left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. Left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. I ain't coming back. If they could, they probably should. Oh yeah. I left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would.
I was caught up in a situation, could have gone real bad. I took a long vacation, no doubt left none of them mad. I left the hood, I said I would, so I'ma get mine and I won't feel bad. If they could, they probably should, but most man end up in a two-man bad.
I was caught up in a situation, could have gone real bad. I took a long vacation, no doubt left man of them mad. Gone. I left the hood, I said I would, so I'ma get mine and I won't feel bad. Nah, if they could, they probably should, but most man end up in a two-man pad. Left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. Ain't coming back. If they could, they probably should. Oh yeah. I left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. Left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. Ain't coming back. If they could, they probably should. Oh yeah. I left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would.
All right, everybody. Soon. Just making sure we have everything we need here.
Phone started jumping, what a day. Swear to God I need it now, I can't afford to wait. I just had a fan hit me up from Kuwait. Told him this would happen and we not a minute late. Seen him down bad, now they tryna hate. Same ones try to hit me for the raise. Got a meal, now they coming with a blaze. Check the numbers, fam, I swear I'm getting paid. I'm a Don just like the Perrier. It's one time when I'm looking at a face. On the low like I'm pushing up the bass. Told him come down and I'll meet him at a gate. Got a check and I bought myself a place. They get some money and they blow it on bait. I don't flex but I'm pushing all the weight. Told them all I swear I got it's what it takes. Phone started jumping, what a day. Swear to God I need it now, I can't afford to wait. I just had a fan hit me up from Kuwait. Told him this would happen and we not a minute late.
It's been a long time coming. They ain't come from my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't come from my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, 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 play. Who don't play, play, play. Who don't play, play. Who don't play, play. Who don't? Long time coming, black on the bottom of my feet from running. Cataracts under my eyes from hustling. Going from buying to selling to customers. Run up the business, God is my witness. Sun up to sun up from Monday to Sunday. We maxing our limits. My mind running like Tom Cruise on an action movie. Moving the mission.
All right, let's get the hip hop down and the voice up. And let's get rolling. I just got to warn everybody. Performance in NYX is questionable, to say the least. And it doesn't matter what kind of hardware you're running. I don't care what kind of boss machine you got. The optimization is not there yet. So, you know, PTU is the PTU for sure. So we're gonna give some mining ops in NYX a try. It'll all be belt mining, of course. Nothing else to do. And we'll see what we can see. And you guys will be able to see my FPS up there in the top left-hand corner. And like I said, it's not going to be pretty. So don't expect any blazing frame rates by any stretch of the imagination. And I think we're going to do something a little bit different tonight in NYX. I think we're going to take out the Drake Golem. Oh boy. Yeah, that is something else. And by the way, it doesn't matter if we it doesn't matter what kind of resolution I set or what level I set the game at. It's all bad. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put on some armor here. I'm going to get rid of the usual helmet. And let's go ahead and find something with a little bit of attitude. And then we'll get our Drake called up and we'll attempt. I'm going to walk around NYX for a little bit, show everybody what's what. And kind of go from there. So put on some heavy armor tonight because I want to be able to carry a lot of stuff with me. And we'll kind of go from there. But if you're just joining us tonight, welcome to Alpha Infinity Live. We are doing mining ops in NYX. Oh yeah. And it ain't gonna be pretty, folks. But we'll give it a shot, you know? We'll see what we can see. Like, there's some really strange things out here happening. Like the icons for some of these undersuits, as you can see here, not looking so great. All right, so we're gonna give some of this a shot here. Oh, that's medium. There's our heavy backpack right there. And so we'll roll with that. So the first thing that we're actually going to do before we... what is happening with my armor set here? Dude's walking around like he's drunk. Well, that's not going to work. Let's, I bet you it has to do with the helmet mismatch on the set here. So let's give that a shot. If our inventory will come up here. Find a different helmet to go with. Yikes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head down to the refinery first, or I'm going to try. And see if we can find some mining gadgets, and then we'll throw the, we'll get the Golem outfitted. I'm just going to run basic. I'm not going to try anything too crazy on the Golem tonight, and kind of go from there. Let's see if that works. Wow. That doesn't work either. What is up with that? It's like this guy's about to fall down. Let's put our other helmet back on. I'm gonna exit out. Something's definitely not right here. The PT, you gotta love it. Anyway, welcome to Alpha Infinity Tech. We're live in NYX. Currently in Levski. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit out to the menu real quick and then head back in. Because when I'm walking around, something's not right. And then once we get back in here, we shall head down to the refinery, see if we can find some mining gadgets. You know, maybe an Optimax or a Sabir, something, you know. And then I'll walk you guys around NYX a little bit, show you what's up. And then we'll kind of go from there. Performance is suboptimal, to put it mildly. It is, and if you watch the machine stats up there in the top left, you'll notice that frame rate is low and so is GPU utilization. I mean, like you can see here on the freeze screen that FPS is 21. And GPU utilization was at... Actually, let's, instead of going best, I think it's only in the USA anyway. We'll try a different shard here. And we're going to try some belt mining out in NYX tonight. See what we can do, if anything. But anyway, back to performance. GPU FPS is running really low, but GPU utilization and CPU utilization are running low. So it's not optimized at all. And I tried all sorts of different resolutions and detail levels and the whole 9 yards, and it's just bad everywhere. So don't expect smooth, fluid frame rates tonight from me. There's just nothing we can do about it. It's PTU, you know. But I feel like they got NYX out a little bit early. Maybe it should have sat out in avocado for a little bit more. But we'll see. But let's see if we can get this walking problem figured out, because we'll see what we can see here. Should pop me right back into my hangar. But yeah, performance is not optimized at all. And I mean at all. All right, here we go. And that, my friends, is what your hangar is going to look like. Okay, now we're walking. All right, we got our stuff. Let me get the sensitivity up for you guys just a little bit. And you guys can walk with me. So we're going to take the elevators out of the hangar. And we're going to head directly up to... oh, look at that FPS though, 30, and GPU utilization's at 15%. Definitely. I wonder if I should try this in Vulkan maybe. We'll see. All right, we're going to get an elevator here tonight, or what? Call elevator. And you're going to see a lot of glitches and weirdness. So you go up to the ship shop from here, but you could technically go to freight. But the thing that you can't do is go directly to the refinery from here. All right, so just go with the flow, guys. But this is basically what we're looking at today. And it is beautiful. And let me get the music turned off on the gameplay music, so that we're not. Anyway, the atmosphere is really cool. Everything is really well done. And this is the ship shop right here. Weapons. Components. There's our elevator. And that takes you to where we came from. So this is NYX. You'll see people that are warping around, floating everywhere. There's a lot of work to do in the PTU for sure. But it is really pretty out here. A lot of people in the PTU tonight. There's the Golem. That's what we're going to be messing around with tonight for sure. There's the Mole. And for those that don't know, NYX, as a portion of this part of the universe, is going to be heavily mining focused. So we're just going to... That's why you're going to see there's going to be a lot of mining and cargo operations out here. I'm going to get that music turned down for you guys. But as you can see, FPS is super low. GPU utilization is only at 11%. So not optimized yet. There's a long way to go. But overall, really pretty. I mean, everything here is really well done. They've taken it up a level from Pyro, I think, in terms of beauty, and we'll kind of see that as we get out into the verse tonight. It is really beautiful. They've done an amazing job here. And then once this gets optimized, it'll be really cool. So there's our Prospector, there's our Golem, and there is our Mole. Very cool. So anyway, that's the ship shop on NYX, and that's what you come out of when you're coming out of your elevator from your hangar. So I'm going to move things along a little bit faster. You can kind of see all the effects that they've done here. All right, let's see where else we can go here. So you can go to the pads, and I'll take you out to one of the pads next. So we're gonna head to pad 6. All right, are you guys ready for this? Oh, just beautiful. Look at this. Absolutely amazing job they've done here. Tons of ships floating around out here. Just a lot of really cool stuff. So I'm very hopeful about this. Looks like a Star Lancer right there. A lot of people parking on the pads. There's a F8C with the executive paint on it. I mean, just really, and that looks like somebody parked a Polaris out here. So once again, for those that are joining, welcome to Alpha Infinity Tech. We are live tonight in the PTU and NYX. I just wanted to, before I go out and try mining in the belt, I just wanted you to see the environment here and how beautiful this is. I mean, they've really done an amazing job. Right now we're in Levski, which is built into the middle of an asteroid. And you have pads, but more important, you have cargo over here. And I'm going to kind of float along for you guys and show you what's happening. So you can just kind of get up here and just start floating. And you can just kind of float around the base. Pretty sweet, actually. And there goes one of my favorite ships in the verse right there. The Zeus Mark II cargo variant, the CL. Just an amazing job, though. Really beautiful out here. And totally unique and completely different from anything else out there. And there goes the C1 right there. And that, my friends, is an Idris parked over there at the docking port. Oh, something terrible just happened. Well, anyway, you can sit here and kind of float around. I want to give you guys a view here without being in a ship. And what I'll do is I'll float over here and give you guys kind of a view through the asteroid. Looks like there is a Guardian parked down there on the pad. And then these are the cargo. If you kind of look down a little bit, there goes that F8C. So many people out in the PTU tonight, though. Super busy here. get a little bit further out. There we go. Anyway, you can fly all the way through this asteroid. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this around a little bit, but you Hull C guys are going to love this. Really sweet out here. Lots of pads to land on. And it definitely feels like the universe is alive out here. And then of course, if you look behind us here, that is the belt. Hangars are all over here in front of me. So you got pads below us, and you have hangars in front of me. All right. And there's that Polaris. And he's just sitting there. And it looks like there's a wolf. An L-21 sitting down there as well. You can see the shadows of the ships flying above me. Pretty amazing. So even though the performance is pretty dismal right now, from a product standpoint, I'm pretty impressed. This is really beautiful. They've done a nice job here. And then you have the cargo hangars are all right here. So for you space truckers that are not in Hull C's that need to dock, you'll be dropping your cargo off here. And there we go. Just like that. So that's a little introduction to Levski. I'll take you inside a little bit. And let me get my camera position here properly. There we go. And what we're going to try and do now is we're going to catch the elevator down to a sub-level where the refinery is and hit the refinery shop. Anyway, you can kind of walk through these. And there are airlocks and elevators off of the pads. So totally different feel from Stanton or Pyro. Not even the same animal here. Anyway, I don't know if you guys are enjoying this kind of preview tonight. Let me know. In chat, I know it's a little bit different than what we normally do. And look at all the players out here tonight. Very, very busy. All these ships. Very cool. So components and weapons here. It looks like everybody's going in here, so let's go with them. Very busy. All right, and there's our central lift. And says it's a train. And here's the level 1 mining facility map right here. Map, it's basically a guide. So we want to go to 3. Unless, of course, this thing is stuck. There we go. Look at all the folks in here tonight. Wow. Okay, that's level 0. Level 3. Okay, that's where we want to be. Cool. All right, so let's go check out the refinery here at NYX. Well, I guess I got bumped off of that one. All right. So let's first take a look at what mining modules are available. So there's our Stampede, and you can always buy some of those. And let's go ahead and buy a couple of Surges too while we're at it. Why not? Focus 2 and Focus 3. There's a Ryger right. Oh, wow, you can buy all 3 Rygers. Very nice. XTR XL. So you can buy Surges. Did I see a Surge in here? Yep, there's the Surge, Stampede, and the Rygers all in the same spot. So now let's check out the gadgets. Oh, look at that. You can buy all 4 of them. So let's change this over to the backpack. Oh, actually, you can't buy an Optimax. Okay. Well, we'll buy a Bormax and we'll buy a Sabir. How about that? Maybe a Stalwart. Why not? We'll just buy 1 of each. Cluster fire. Oh, modifier minus 20%. I think we'll skip that one. And of course, wonder what armor they sell here. Let's find out. So you can get yourself into a Pembroke. Looks like there's a core, an Aero Core Hazard suit here. What else do we got? Interesting. All right. Max lift. Might as well buy 1 of those. Have 1 of those with us too. Why not? Okay. And then last but not least, gotta buy a bunch of cruise luxes, right? Can't leave home without those. And it's PTU money, folks, so don't get mad at me, okay? But it's nice that you can buy some, you can buy a Pembroke and an AeroCore hazard suit. That's pretty sweet. They also have, of course, I believe they have a... So you can buy armor, you can buy weapons here, you can buy most of your mining stuff here, which is great. And they also have a cargo shop as well. So cargo services is on surface level 0. So pretty sweet. And then you can take the airlocks to the exterior from here. So we'll head back to this. So many people in the PTU tonight, though. Of course, that is an NPC, but you saw the folks waiting for the elevator. There's one. And there's no control for this. So you basically just ride it until you end up where you need to be. There goes one. There's the med center over there. Might as well grab ourselves a paramed while we're here. I haven't seen this yet, so... What is going on over here? What is happening? Wow. Alrighty then. And is this where you buy that's storage access? Patient check-in. Where's the pharmacy? Must be over here. Yep. Pharmacy's over here. Totally different feel from Pyro for sure. All right, let's grab a paramed medical device. Let's make sure it ends up in the backpack. Thank you. Okay. So we'll get a paramed. Got a couple of mining gadgets just to try things out. And let's see if we can make our way back to let's see if we can make our way back to our hangar. Oh, look at all this. 4-2. Oh. Oh, this is floor 2, the hospital. Now I'm understanding. All right. Well, sorry, folks. Never been in here before. Lobby. They're thinking the same thing I was, so they're going to be disappointed. What's up with all the dead people right outside of the medical? Okay, so that was floor 1.
Things are getting pretty desperate in the UAE. I'm one back border away from joining an outlaw pack.
Interesting that there's a checkpoint right here. Back to our hangar. Okay, let's see if we can get a golem outfitted here. Oof. There we go.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
No golem. That's disappointing. Okay.
Please visit us again.
Let's see if we can, let's see what we got for the mole. May just pull out a prospector. We'll see. Because I don't think I have any mining heads. Can we buy any mining heads here? Let's go find out. Look at that. You can exit on all these freight levels. Hangars, docking arm, landing pads, freight elevators. Okay. There's our central lift again, so we'll take that down to sub-level. So cargo services are on 0 and refineries on 3, as usual.
Left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. If they could, they probably should.
So let's go see what mining heads are available in modules.
I left the hood, I said I would.
I was caught up in a situation.
We know we can get most of the modules here, so that's great.
I took a long vacation. No doubt left man of them mad.
All right, sub-level 3.
So I'ma get mine and I won't feel
That's what we're looking for.
If they could, they probably should, but most man end up in a two-man pack. Left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. Ain't coming back. If they could, they probably should.
Interesting looking armor.
Said I would. I left the hood, I said I would.
All right, everybody's on sub-level 3.
I left the hood, I said I would. Ain't coming back. If they could, they probably should.
Okay, so what do we got here? Let's go with mining laser heads.
In a situation with a gone real bad. I did took a long vacation. No doubt left none of them mad. I left the hood, I said I would, so I'ma get mine and I won't feel bad. If they could, they probably should, but most man end up
Look at that. We can buy that for the Golem.
situation with a gone real bad.
Buy the Helix 2.
No doubt left none of them mad. I left the hood, I said I would, so I'ma get mine and I won't.
And what do we got for the Prospector?
Most man end up in a two-man pad.
Left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. Ain't coming back.
So they got a Klein.
They probably should. Oh yeah. I left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would.
So 378 to 2220. Very interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and get, I guess we'll take the mole out tonight. Let's go ahead and grab some modules. So we'll buy some more Stampedes. And once again, it's all PTU money, folks, so don't lose your minds. Surges. Can't ever have too many of those. And I'm just going to set up the mole just like I would anywhere else. As soon as this processing transaction is done. Oh, come on now. The whole console froze up on me. All right. Uh-oh. I think I just crashed the whole thing. Let's find out. Let's see what we got here. Are we locked up or what? Oh, yeah. Not responding. Okay, let's close it and go back in. That's the PTU, though. Oh, there's an update. They just pushed out an update. Wow. While we're in there. Okay. All right. Maybe they'll do some performance here. Not that you guys want to watch an update happen, but sometimes it just happens while we're on a live stream. So here we go. A little disappointed I'm only pulling 55 megabytes per second. Currently bonding 2 gigabit connections together, so I should be able to pull more than that, maybe 110, 120 megabytes. So 2,000 megabits. All right, well, very rarely have I had a PTU update happen while I'm on a live stream, but tonight we're breaking new ground. Have you guys tried Levski yet? Let me know what you think in chat. Everybody's so shy these days. Nobody talks. Let me know you're around. Everybody's grabbing it now. All right, well, while this is happening, I'm going to go grab a soda, so I'll be back with you guys in just a moment. Put up one of my YouTube videos here while we're waiting. No reason for you guys to watch that boring screen. All right. Put you guys on my latest video here. Keep the volume low. While that's downloading. And I'll be back with you guys in just a moment. All right, I'm back. They must have done some real magic to get that kind of smooth gameplay for the videos, because I haven't seen anything like it, even close, in my couple hours in the PTU tonight, but who knows? All right, we're downloading the update at about, we got about 2.8 gigs left, and their servers are slammed, so we're pulling down the data as quickly as they'll feed it to us, which is nowhere near saturating my internet connection by any stretch. Yeah, they're only feeding files to me at about 70 to 80 megabits right now. Worst case scenarios, maybe we'll go pump out a mining op on Monox out in Pyro real quick while this downloads, but I'm hoping this will be done in just a minute or two. So appreciate you guys hanging with me. Let me know what you guys think of NYX. You know, beyond the performance limitations, of course. I'm pleased with it. It's really pretty. If you guys rewind the stream, you'll see that I kind of floated around Levski a little bit outside, looked at the pads and the hangars. And let's get off that video for sure. Let you guys watch my Asperia review here while we wait on this to download, and we'll be done here in just a moment. And for those that are just joining us, they pushed out a PTU update right in the middle of the stream, so we're having to grab it. And we're competing with everybody else. So the download's going, it's taking its sweet time. And it looks like this build is, so I think we're on 106.54799 right now. But I did do a video on 4.4 and what was expecting to come out and some of the balance changes they've done. But now I'm missing that performance out in Stanton, that's for sure. Just watching my video here. Smooth in comparison to Levski. So maybe this new update will help fix that. We'll see. Went from about 80 megabits down to 25 megabits, between 20 and 35 now. I need it right now, and I got it numbers going stupid like they dropped out. What they think they doing, I don't know, but we can find out. Feel like Lewis Hamilton said, so I think what we'll do is, since they're doing this update, I might go ahead and recopy my account out to the PTU, because maybe we can do some Drake mining tonight. Let's see. When they talking about my name now, told them don't be scared, gotta say it loud. Lot of trash in these stories lately,
it like it's on the curb, about to take it out. Look, pipe down, I don't care what's next, I need it right now. And I got the numbers going stupid like they dropped out. What they think they doing, I don't know, but we can find out.
Pulling that update down at 35 megabits, not great. So I'm gonna go ahead and erase my account from the PTU first while we're waiting here, and then I'll download, I'll copy it back out. We'll see if we end up with our Drake here. It should be in there. I don't know why it's not. But anyway, if you're just joining us, welcome to Alpha Infinity Tech, where we were live out the PTU. And while we're waiting on that, I'm going to copy my character profile out there as well. So let's go to game 2 here. And you can copy custom characters. All right, hopefully that'll have my custom character when it comes back in. You know, I had the chance, I was out doing some bounty hunting in the Mirai Guardian MX, and it flies so much better than the Asperia does. And we're almost there. We're down to the last gig of download here, so hopefully it'll happen quickly. Appreciate you guys sticking with me tonight. And if you guys like my content, please consider subscribing. If you like my video, my live streams, give me a thumbs up, please. I'm sorry we got held up here. They pushed out a PTU update right in the middle of our testing, so it happens. As soon as it's done downloading, I'll get you guys back into NYX. But instead of having you guys sit there and watch it download, I'm just pulling up some of my previous long form content on the channel. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. And I deleted my account from the PTU and I copied it back out. So hopefully my Drake Golem will be available and we'll do some mining in that tonight. Yep, there we go. Count copied. Great. This ship that you guys are looking at right now, you know, I have mixed feelings about it. I'm just not sure about it yet. I'm almost wishing I would have purchased the Asgard instead. But we'll see. This was my Enva Paladin review. So you can check that out on the channel now. We got about 500 megabytes left on the download here. Pulling it down at 35 megabits because everybody else is too. Might we be lucky enough that they pushed out a performance hotfix? What do you guys think? Maybe I'll get better than 19 frames a second on a $5,000 gaming machine. Water cooled, by the way. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But it is, to be fair, the PTU. But I've never had PTU performance that bad. Usually I'm in the 60s or 50s in the PTU. not 18 or 15 or 20. It's like a it's quite a performance hit. So I'm almost wondering if I should switch it over to Vulcan. I'll be testing that too for sure. All right, about 300 megabytes, 270 megabytes now on the download, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, the Paladin is an interesting ship. I'm not sure exactly what the use case is for it yet for me personally. But if you can multi-crew it, it's got an upper and lower bridge there. It's got 360 degree protection if you can multi-crew it. You know, the folks on I believe the lower bridge operate these cannons on each side, and they have quite a bit of freedom of movement, motion, up, down, behind, in front. So really good coverage. It's got a little bit of cargo space. All right, update's almost done here, so I'll get you guys back in just a moment. I hope. Yeah, this is not the manifest, so. And then we'll go do some chill out mining out in Levski. Really out in the Delamar belt. Is that what they call it? Okay, update's been completed. I'll get you guys off the video here in just a moment. I gotta sign back in here, so no reason for you guys to watch that. All right, might we be lucky enough that they pushed out a performance update? All right, let's get you guys off that video here in just a moment. I'm just waiting for the game to load here. I was running an NVIDIA smooth motion. I had to turn it off in the PTU. It was just so bad. And all right, persistent universe. Let's see if we can load up our character that we saved. Look at that. That worked. Load. Fantastic. All right, let me get you guys back into the PTU with me here real quick. All right, back into the game, and thanks guys for hanging with me. Let me know you're out there and say something in chat. Okay, we'll review, and he doesn't have the tats, but that's all right. All right, so we're gonna select system. We'll select NYX, Levski for our location. That's unusual because you were able to select the jump points earlier, but now it's just Levski. We're gonna select USA, and we'll hit play and hit confirm. All right, we are headed back in. I don't know if I've been on the game server Harmonious Aurora Borealis, but we'll find out. And for those that are wondering, we're on a 9950 X3D water cooled on a nice big loop with huge rads, 294 liters an hour of throughput in the loop with the water temperature averaging about 85 degrees Fahrenheit. The CPU's running about 35 degrees Celsius on water, so not too bad. And then we're running an RTX 5090, which is air cooled with the manufacturer's default fans on there. So Not that that's meant to impress anybody, but I just want you to know, because when you see the FPS counter in the top left-hand corner of your screen drop down into the single digits, it's not because my machine sucks. So there's some performance optimization they need to do in the PTU here. All right. But still, 45 FPS, 57, 60. Wow. They did do. That is fantastic. That is fan-freaking-tastic. Watch this, guys. Oh, we're back. They did do a performance update. Look at this. Gorgeous. Now we're talking. Let me get chat turned off. They did something, because now it's running smooth. I was never seeing 60 FPS out here. All right, let's see if we got our Drake. That is great. That's great news. Nope, still no. Still no Golem. Okay, well. Jeez. Let's put on some armor real quick. And that way I can grab some supplies. That performance is much, much improved. I think I was averaging like 20 FPS or 19 or something before we dropped out, got kicked out here. So that is really cool. All right, let's get some heavy armor on, basically for the heavy armor backpack. And then we'll go do some shopping for components, and then we'll try and get out there in the verse. And I'll show you guys what everything looks like. All right, what do we got here? Medium, medium, medium. At some point in time, I'm hoping that they'll let us arrange armor by light, medium, heavy, but we're not there yet, apparently. And we don't want to roll in red today, so let's choose something a little different. Yeah, let's see if we can find some arms to put on this guy. Are we missing the arms to this armor set? What's going on here? Okay. And last but not least, we need a backpack for all this stuff. Let's see if we can find a heavy backpack here, and then we'll head on out. Sure, it doesn't all match, but that's okay. I'm just so glad the performance is better. Look, I mean, it's still 30. It's a wide, definitely some highs and lows there, but at least we're averaging 50 FPS now. That's great. Much better. Not such a slideshow anymore. So for those that watch from the beginning of the stream to the end, you're going to see a big performance improvement. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to customs. Let's see how good the FPS is out here now. Yeah, a little better. 26, 27 FPS. Still not great. But better than it was before. Everybody's all wearing their Gucci'd out armor tonight, aren't they? All right, we're going to go down to sub-level 3, buy some mining stuff, and get out of here.
And I'ma do it again. Watch me win.
All right. Oops, I got off on the wrong level. And let me know what you guys think about that horizontal chat up in the top right corner. Instead of doing the vertical, it takes up a lot of the screen space on the right side. Oh, this place is busy tonight. All right, there's our refinery level right there. Let's go buy some components again. All right, step one, mining heads. Let's go for it. Actually, let's do modules first. Stampede, we'll buy 10 of those bad boys, maybe. Of course, this is where things bombed down on me last time. Well, I guess we'll start with surges. Can't ever have too many of those. And let's do a couple of stampedes. There we go. And then let's buy a couple of mining laser heads, shall we? Do they have the Hofst? Oh, they do not. That's going to kind of suck. All right, well. Buy a Klein too, why not? All right. And let's get some mining gadgets while we're at it, shall we? Make sure we put those in our backpack. Buy us a beer. Sure, why not? It's just PTU money and a Bormax. Just in case we got to go plant something on an asteroid. Okay, so that is all done. And last but not least, we need some cruise luxes. All right. Well, performance is a little better here. Like you can tell, it's definitely smoother up here. So that's great. FPS is still not great in here at 25 to 30, but it's still better in 15 to 20, and it's a lot smoother. It's not such a slideshow anymore. You guys want me to go floating around first, or do you just want me to get out there and do some mining? Let me know in chat. Anyway, that is it. There's a guy floating around right there. But there goes the whole sea. They did a really beautiful job, though. I mean, it is really pretty here. And we're on the cargo services level, so we're on level 0. You know what? I think before we go mining, let's go into the airlock here. Why not? Take you guys out onto the pads here. You guys saw that in the preview videos, right? That dude's just Anyway, all you have to do is start floating around. Just do that. Get you guys to an outside view here. There goes a Polaris. Pretty sweet, really. We'll float around here for a little bit and then we'll go grab our mole, get it outfitted, and get the heck out into the belt. Much better performance though. It feels a lot smoother to me after this update. So there are all the pads that you can land on. They have cargo elevators right there for you space truckers. And you Hull C guys, of course, you can park. They got places for you guys to park as well. More hangars down that direction, and then you can fly right through the middle of this asteroid. Down there. There's the Hull C docking areas down there. There goes an Anvil Asgard. Ah, the colors though, just so different out here. Look how beautiful this is. Really pretty. All right. Let's get turned around here. And the nice thing is you can land on any of these pads, and then there's a set of stairs, I believe, that you can walk down and get back into. And then once I get this fully optimized, it'll be really nice. You can see the GPU is only pushing 20% at 31 FPS. So there's definitely more room for optimization there, for sure. And that is a pretty sight. So you got a Polaris flying down through the middle. There's our stars right there. So we'll just go ahead and set down right here. Lots of folks just walking around out here. NPCs, real players. And you can kind of see the stutters and things like that. So like I said, performance is not quite there yet. I think instead of walking around all the way out here, we'll just do this. Go back to where we were. Can't just jump off, I guess. And like I said, there's those freight elevators. Definitely better performance though. Okay, and there's going to be a door up here on our right, I believe. Like everybody had the same idea. All right, we're all getting in the airlock here. Okay, back to the central lift and we'll head down to our hangar. Which is on level 1 where the security checkpoint is. We'll go grab a mole and see what we can do out here, if anything. Oofta. Do I have a med gun on me? Nope. Okay, sub-level 3, we don't want to be there. Running the full medical heavy suit there. There's one. And let me go grab a med pen real quick and then we'll actually we'll grab a paramed. And I believe the pharmacy is this direction. There we go. While they're working on that, oh, no, one just opened up. Let me grab a. I got bumped right off of that one. While they're working on on that side of things, let me go into here to key bindings and advanced customization. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. Do VoIP, and then I'm just going to do. And we'll do this one as well. Right. All right, let's grab a paramed real quick. Just so we got something. Put that in our backpack. Okay. That way we can heal ourselves. Fantastic. All right, and that is what Levski's medical area looks like. So pretty cool. And those are the elevators to other levels of the hospital, so we don't want to do that. We want to hit this exit out here. But this part of the universe, you can tell it definitely feels different. The color scheme's different. And we want to go through the checkpoint here to get back to the hangar elevators. Look at all the folks in here. Nice suit, bro. Oh, she's already in here. So the layout's logical, makes sense. Let me try calling the elevator again. And again. There we go. Head down to our large hangar here. And we'll get a mole called up and we'll head on out and see if we can find anything to break. And here's our extra large hangar. I'm kind of disappointed my golem's not showing up though.
Retrieval system.
But no bueno there. Okay.
Please visit us again.
No A-grade components for the mold tonight, so just we're basic setup just to see if we can find anything to break. So here we go. I think we'll go the keystone to kind of match the color scheme in this part of the universe here. Can't even change the laser heads. That's very interesting. So not able to outfit them all at all. These are all grayed out. Okay, well, those are the cards we've been dealt, so we'll just deal with them. All right, let's get that one called up and go.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
All right, so earlier today when I was in here, getting a lot of artifacts on the cargo doors here. But it looks like they fixed that in the latest hotfix or the latest update. And my ship was exploding in the hangar, falling through the floor halfway and exploding in the hangar, but that hopefully they got that all figured out and fixed. There she is. Let's see what happens. And this animation was a little bit off earlier today, so I'm going to wait. Okay. And I fell through the floor and died. Let's see how good our performance is out in the verse here. And let's go see if we can find any anything to mine. Really pretty hangar though. Really beautiful job that they've done here. Love the walls of the asteroid. All right, let's get let me get some music going here. Get the power up on the mole. Get the hangar doors open. All right, let's give some mining ops a try out here in Levski. We're in a hangar queue at the moment. Give you guys an inside view of the hangar here. And let me know how the stream quality is for you in chat. We'd love to hear from you guys. Make sure I'm not blowing you out on sound or anything else like that. So let me know. Yeah, we're in a hangar queue. Oh, there we go. It says it's been completed. There go the doors. And of course, if I didn't fly through the middle of this thing, you guys would probably get mad at me. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll try not to hit any of the ships that are floating around in here. There's a bunch of them in here. And for you space truckers and the whole seas, there they are. That's what you've been waiting for right there. Let's see if we can find a little bit better view. Yeah, let's head into the light here. And we're back to that dismal performance again. And here we go, out into NYX. Let me see if I can actually quantum anywhere here, if we're gonna have to do this the hard way. Wow. All these vehicles out near Levski. So basically, that's what you got. You got the Pyro Gateway and the Stanton Gateway, and that's it. These are all invalid targets. Those are all the ships. Cool. All right. Beautiful. Look at this. I think I'm going to turn on the cruise control here for a little bit. There we go. Keep the shields up just in case. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Get you guys to an outside view here. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Alpha Infinity Tech. We're live, not in Stanton, not in Pyro. We're on the PTU, the 4.4 PTU out in Levski. Performance is getting a little bit better as we shoot out here into the belt. And I'm seeing if I'm going to get any returns, any signatures back tonight. We'll see. Who knows? I have no idea if we're going to be able to mine out here, but I figure we come out here and try. Wow, look at the size of these asteroids. Just huge. And performance is getting a little better the further out from Levski we get, but it's still a little questionable. It stutters in places like there. Oh, look at that. Our very first signature. Let's go look at it, shall we? You gonna be able to break some rocks tonight? Oh, there's... absolutely gorgeous part of the universe, though. Look at this. Amazing. And there's a couple of other ones out here. What do we got? 7,600. All right, so we got a couple of things to look at out here. And what do we got out here? 1,900. Okay, it's been a while since I mined in the belt, so we're gonna give that a shot tonight. And if you're just joining us on Alpha Infinity Tech, we are live doing some mining ops out here in Levski, near Levski anyway. Got an M type. Okay, get that cruise control turned off. Hit the brakes. Am I reading that right? 100% inert. There we go. So that's our first scan out here. Let's see what else we got. I thought we had something closer. Yeah, we have one down here at 3.5. That is an even number, so... I'm thinking ship parts. Oh, E-types. Yeah, performance is not too bad out here at all. I can't complain about this at all. Fairly small asteroid there. We gonna scan out tonight or what? Tiny. Okay, one more in this cluster and then we'll move on. That's gonna be another tiny one. All right, we got something else out here at 3.3, so let's go. Uh-oh. Oh. Another crash. Let's see if we can hop back in. See if we can hop back in and maybe it'll put us right back in our mall. We'll see. I'm not running smooth motion or anything like that through the NVIDIA control panel. That's all been turned off for the PTU, so we're not overclocking the processor or the graphics card, so this is a very vanilla build. Run Gen 5 SSD, so plenty of drive throughput, but nothing crazy here. A pretty vanilla operating system build with a few things turned off on Windows 11 for gaming, and that's about it. Hey, we're back in the mole. I'll take it. All right. New scans to go check out. Now we're getting 60 FPS. I'll take that. I miss mining in the belt though after doing this tonight. This has been this is beautiful out here. Okay, there's our rock. Little E-type here. I'm not able to put the mining heads on here I wanted to, so we're pretty much stuck with whatever's. Okay, that's a 21598 Terranite rock. We'll do it. All right, let's go take a look at it. Actually, I think I better nose up a little bit more. Let me get definitely liking the performance increase though after they rolled out this patch about 20-30 minutes ago. All right, we're gonna try and break our first rock in Levski. I'm excited. It's not my mining setup that I use anywhere else, but what the heck, we'll give it a shot anyway. All right, yeah, impossible is never a good now I'm kind of wishing I would have brought extras. Okay, let's keep the power going. Don't know if we're going to have the juice to get this done, but we'll find out. Come on, baby. Cooperate. Let's go. Oh, overcharge there. Bring it down. There we go. It's gonna be my last surge, I think. But she's gonna break for us. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. First breakout in Levski. I like it. Now if we can just get this thing to let's work on the secondary. Mining with the laser I'm not used to using. Got the Arbor MH2 on here. So you guys will have to bear with me as we kind of roll through this together. And we're not the only ones out here, apparently. But we are mining. I forgot how chill mining was out in the belt. There we go. Got that power level down. And I'm gonna have to back things off to get all these shards, but that's all right. All right, let's get the party started. Forgot to set my keybind here for switching the laser around. Well, that scan's taking its sweet time, isn't it? Yeah, we're not going to get that one. Well, that is a 23. Let's try it. Let's try cracking that, shall we? And if you're just joining us, we're doing some chill mining out here in Levski, in the Levski area, out in NYX. Doing our first break ever in this part of the universe. All right, we'll just we'll stick with that power level right there. Just kind of ride it. How pretty it is out here, though. Amazing. Look at this. A miner's paradise. I'm going to pop into my keybinds real quick here in just a moment and get this all switched over. %, quartz. Man, these scans take a long time, though. I forgot how super chill this kind of mining was, though. All right, I know we're gonna have to break this monster right here. Not a bad optimal range for an MH2, right? And if you guys like my stream, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. We're going to get that power level down so we don't wander into the overcharge. And then I'll give you guys a nice little external view here. Look at that. All right, let's see if we can extract some of this. Nope, not that one. Still too big. A little Terranite in that one, I can kind of tell. A little Terranite in that one as well. No Terranite in that one, basically. That's 100% inert. And we're going to condition the mole a little bit. 100% quartz. Another quartz. And then I don't know what this one is because I can't get the mining head raised up enough. Of course, what we could do instead is we could hit one of the side mining heads since we're just fracturing anyway. So we'll try the mining head on the left side of the mole, the driver's side. And let's see what we got. Exposed to the elements out here. Okay. Nope, still can't raise it far enough. So, well, we can hit this one at least. There we go. Oops. Well, let's not overcharge that rock. All right, we'll let that overcharge bleed off a little bit more. There we go. All right, that one's going to break for us. Maybe not. And if you're just joining us tonight, welcome to Alpha Infinity Tech. We're live doing mining ops out here in NYX for the very first time ever. Doing some belt mining, which is something I haven't done since 3.16 or 17, so that's been a while. There we go. That shard took a while to crack open, but it finally did. The scans on these things are taking a while, though, for sure. Left the hood, I said I would. 100% Terranite on that one. Let's grab it. Nice 5.18 SCU shard. Huh, look at that. Just amazing. All right, I'll stop gawking at the scenery here and keep moving.
They could, they probably should. Oh yeah. I left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. Left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. Ain't coming back. If they could, they probably should.
Gonna have to break that one.
I left the hood, I said I would.
And off we go. Okay, let's see if we can control our mouse tonight. There we go. Bugged out on me for just a second on a desync. Now we're back. Not liking the power curve on the MH2, to be honest with you. And that one's going to break for us. All right, let's see if we can get an extract going here on a decent shard. $9% Terranite. We're going to skip that one. That one's a lot better.
I was caught up in a situation, could have gone real bad. I dipped, took a long vacation, no doubt left man of them mad. Gone, I left the hood, I said I would, so I'ma get mine.
All right, what do we got here? We going to get a scan back or what?
Almost trying to end up in a two-man pad. Left the hood, I said I would. I left the hood, I said I would. Ain't coming back on. If they could, they probably should.
So not bad. We'll probably end up with 40 SCU tonight. We'll go ahead and take this 24. Get that out of the way.
I left the hood, I said I would. Ain't coming back on. If they could, they probably should. I left the hood, I said I
Nope, nothing in that one, I can tell. See if we can get a scan back a little faster if we start hitting it with some energy here. 3%. 100% quartz. $1%. Next time I'm getting out and hitting it with a Bormax. I think we'll grab a store all as well and a max lift when we get back to Lebsky. 100% inert. All right, so I'm gonna have to raise the nose on the mole a little bit. Oh, another crash. Yeah, something went wrong, all right. Let's see if we can get back in time. And I think what I'm going to do while I'm at it is go back in here. And I'm going to turn something back on real quick. Come on. There we go. Looks like a bunch of people crashed out. There we go. All right, is it going to spit us out back in our mole, or is it going to be in the hangar at Levski? Let's find out. And I'm going to grab a max lift and unlock the ship ports and just see if it's possible to pull these mining heads off and put the ones on that I want. I'm curious. Okay, back in the mole. Very nice. After a game crash. That's the second game crash of the night. And let's see what graphics were. So we're at 3840 by 2160, 4K, quality 66, DLSS. Turn that UI aspect modifier down a little bit. Can't run HDR. Put everything on very high here on quality. And no planet volumetric clouds, so we'll just keep that the way it is. Sharpening, and I'm going to turn chromatic aberration off. Foam grains on, so that's where we're at. So let's go ahead and get the mole nosed up a little bit more so that we can grab those other shards. Okay. And get up, nose up a little bit more. There we go. And let's go hit this other mining head and see what it looks like on the passenger side. And we got about 32 SCU on board. So, nope, another armor MH2 all the way around. Okay. Boring. Nice Terranite shard right there. Not so nice right there. Quartz, no thank you. We'll pass. 1% Terranite. Yeah, these were the terrible shards right here. .93. I'm going to break it just to break it, since that's what we're out here to do tonight anyway. And we'll get out of the overcharge so we don't inert a bunch of material here. The breaks are happening slow, though. I will tell you that. Well, instead of waiting all night, 4%. Yikes. That's another terrible one right there. All right, so we ended up with a 40-40 split. So let's go ahead and get back in the driver's seat here. Head back. We'll start a job, which doesn't really matter because by the time it finishes, they'll probably have another patch out and it'll not be available anymore anyway. But maybe we just go ahead and just I think since we're in the PTU, we'll just direct sell everything. It's not like we're here to make a lot of money anyway. We'll test things out. So that was our first mining op out in NYX. Found a nice little Terranite rock. Probably should have popped a bore max on it. All right, let's see if we can just type in There's Levski. That way we have a route back. Yeah, and it's too close, so we'll just go ahead and power our way back here. Try not to run into anything. And that, my friends, is NYX. Get back into the cockpit so we can avoid. Yeah, there's Levski right there. So performance is about to go into the crapper. So don't blame me. It's not my machine. It's just NYX at the moment. All right, I feel like our velocity is a little bit too high. See if we can get a hanger going here. There we go.
All set. You're free to launch.
Told 'em pipe down, I don't care who's next, I need it right now. And I got it numbers going stupid like they dropped out. What they think they doing, I don't know, but we can find out. Feel like Lewis Hamilton said, go and shut the lights out. Look, if I said it, you already know. They ain't never touching what I'm doing.
So I'm in a hanger queue, and yet it is pointed out my hanger. That's very interesting. So many ships out here. Look at that. There's a hammerhead. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Okay, now it's saying hangar request completed, so that must be it right there. But look at all these ships out here. Just a ton of people in the P2 tonight. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna run down to the refinery, do a direct ore sell, get some of our money back here. All right. Let's go ahead and repair any damage we've done, refill on gas. Looks like there's nothing to do here. Really? Okay. And that is our very first mining op out in NYX. Can't wait for them to add more to this part of the universe here. And we're running the appropriate NYX paint on the mole. Really liking that. So let's go ahead and get our ship stored here. All right. Why am I having to claim it? It's saying it's sitting in the extra large hangar. There, now we've left it. Yeah, now I'm in a claim status. Are you guys kidding me? It's sitting on the pad. This must be a feature. All right, down to customs. There's that stellar performance I was telling you guys about here in Levski. They used to call this lag ski. And into the central lift we go. Keep in mind we're on sub-level 1 right here. That's where you go through customs back to the hangar. Lots of folks here. Everybody's running the Palatino armor today. Pretty cool army armor there, buddy. All right, that's the level we needed. All right, so we'll grab a max lift. And then we'll head up to the cargo portion and grab, I wonder if I can buy a store all here. Probably not. Well, there's a one, yeah, we can buy a 2 SCU. That's exactly what we need for our mole. All right. And then we also need a max lift. Okay. And last but not least, we have the bore maxes. We got lots of mining modules. Now we're going to see if we can go unlock the ship ports. And since we can't put the mining heads on that we want, while I'm waiting on that, let's go ahead and do a little bit of inventory management here. All right, so container. Oh, crashed again. Might as well submit that. Definitely not verifying. So we'll unlock the ship ports on the mole after we probably end up having to claim it. And then we shall see if we can put the mining heads on that we want. And that way we can run with a configuration that's a little bit more familiar, though probably honestly don't need. The Helix 2 out here, but we'll see if it's at least possible to put the mining head on that we want by unlocking the ship ports, pulling the mining head up through the cargo elevator in the hangar, and then doing that. We'll see if that's possible. It was taking a long time to get into the game earlier when they first pushed the P2 out to Wave 1. But it's been a little bit better since this first update that they've done. Okay, back at the storage center here. And let me get chat turned off because we don't care about that. And let's see if we can go to container. Yep. And there's our new container right there. And let's go ahead and go to mining. And let's drop a couple of extra modules in here just to have some on board in case we need them out there in the belt. Probably won't, but if we do, then we have them. You guys saw how many I went through just to break that 20K. There we go. And now what I need is we can close that. Now I need that max lift. Where is that at? There we go. Can we get zoomed out just a little bit? There we go. We'll use that for our mining heads. And then finally, we got a couple of gadgets on board here. All right, let's grab the lift. Let me get this adjusted so I don't make anybody car sick here. Get chat turned off. There we go. And now we're running 60 FPS down here. That's a little bit better. Not wanting level 0, we want to go back to level 1. Like the Arctic armor, that's pretty cool.
Oh, you like it? Nice. Thank you.
All right. Back through checkpoint here. And we'll grab an elevator. I wonder if my mole's still down there. See if I can get it stored. And if I can't, okay, so there it is.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
Yikes, still got to claim it. That sucks.
Insurance claim has been sent. Thank you.
Let's get the other one called up so I don't have to wait all night. Uh-oh.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Vehicles, and let's get this guy, let's get a different paint on him tonight. Roll with the pyrotechnic out there in the belt. Actually, Dolivine. Let's do that one. And am I able to see these? See how these are grayed out? I'm not able to change this at all.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
So now I'm wondering what happens if I call this thing up. Uh-oh.
Please visit us again.
Every time that happens, I think it's feel like the game's going to crash out on me.
Your vehicle has been
Okay, there goes my claimed mole that's apparently I need to claim. But it's sitting right there on the pad. And let me go ahead and pull a couple of modules out of my storage unit here. So just in case we can use the ship configuration guide. All right, so we'll take 1 and 2 of those out just to get the party started. Yeah, I probably could have pulled the bags off, Wayne, but welcome to the stream. They had mentioned this bug in Spectrum, and I'm not too worried about the money side of the equation. It's PTU money. So we're going to try. There it is right there still. That's funny. Huh. Try and repark it, huh? You think that might work? Can't call the elevator on it because it's claimed. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our actual mole over here. I'm going to hop in it real quick and unlock the ship ports and see if we can pull a mining head off. And Wayne, glad to have you on the stream tonight, my friend. Thanks for watching. Okay, can we get a door to open? There we go. Go sit in the driver's seat real quick and get those ship ports unlocked. Right Alt K, I believe, if I remember correctly. Then I'll run over to that. All right, let's see. Alt K. Yep, ship ports unlocked. Okay, let's see if we can pull a mining head off. Since we can't change them out at the ship configuration. And I turned NVIDIA smooth motion back on, so now we're getting 80 FPS in the hangar, though it is. Okay, we do have our max lift track. Oh, we do not. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's run all the way back here and get a max lift. I had one on my backpack, and now it's missing. There's our mole that we claimed. You guys saw me put a max lift on my backpack, right? I'm sure I did. Okay, let's okay, there it is. There she is. Okay. All right, let's run back to our mole here, see if we can pull a mining head off. All right, we'll start with the front mining head first. No bueno. Not coming off. Disappointing. All right. All right, so what we're going to do next is we'll go store this bad boy. And since we can't do anything with the mining heads, I mean, they are locked on. They're not allowing us to change them or anything. Ship ports are unlocked. We should be able to pull them, but can't do any of these. All right. For some reason, they don't want you using any different mining heads right now. There's the mole I claimed, still sitting there. Full of about 40 SCUs of Terranite. All right, so we'll store this one real quick. Throw some modules on there. Wow, now I'm having to claim that one. That's so strange. Now that this one's been delivered, I'm wondering. So there the other one is. We board this one now. Nope, totally bugged. Okay. Can we store it? ASOP's bugged out a little bit, as we can see. So before they rolled the patch out tonight, I was getting 18 FPS in the hangar here. And there she comes. I wonder if I'm going to get out into the belt and then find out that she had my Terranite on board. I think what I'm going to do, guys, real quick, is I'm going to send this thing back down. Look at that. Now there's two of them with the same paint job on them. I'm going to send this one back into storage and see if we can do a direct ore sale down at the refinery real quick. Okay, so, oh, no. Now we're going to have to claim that one. I wonder if I can even get into this one. I think what I better do is take this one out of the hangar and then repark it. So is this the bugged mole still? Yep. Here's the exact same one. I'm almost scared to put a store all in it. I gotta say, my hangar out here in Levski is not treating me very nice. So we're gonna exit the hangar and then go try and repark it. Maybe it'll respawn the hangar for us and start working. All right, we're in a hangar queue. Uh-oh. There it goes again. It's just crashing out like crazy tonight. All right, let's try and get back in and see what we can see. It is the PTU. And back we go into the PTU. Let's see what we can do here. And we may have to wait just a little bit longer before we do real mining ops out here, but at least they released a patch tonight to help with performance, so I'm happy about that.
Systems activating. Systems
Hangars all set. Go ahead and launch. Here. Go ahead. No. And launch. No.
Okay, it's saying no cargo on board, so we'll let that hangar respawn here.
Have a good one. All set.
There's a Carrack bouncing off the side of the asteroid for some reason.
landing gear up.
And something really terrible happened right here. So it looks like the remains of a Carrack. And while we're waiting on that, our hangar will just fly by this Idris right here.
Launch complete.
Nope, can't land a mole on an Idris. Oh well.
You're free to launch.
All right, let's get our hangar called back up.
Take off.
How do you even get one of these ships? I mean, every time you try to buy one, they're on sale for like half a second. And are people really spending $1,500 on that thing? Okay, we're still in a hangar queue. Floating by the Idris here. So many ships out here. So many players in the PTU tonight. There's a hammerhead. And I'm still not seeing a hangar indicator yet, so hopefully we'll get one soon. Two Carracks just waiting. Is that a reclaimer? That's a big one. Looks like we got a Zeus, a Paladin, a Medevac sitting right over here.
Yeah, you're free to launch.
Somebody in a blacked out 890 jump. Got a Polaris just sitting on a pad right here. Two Medevacs. Do you guys really like these Medevacs? I mean, if you found a valid gameplay loop for them, let me know. Something just exploded. Luckily, it wasn't me.
Hangars unlocked. You're clear to take off. You're clear to take off. Go ahead. You're clear to take off. No.
Okay, so the hangar systems are not working. Can't get one. So what we'll do is we'll go out here and try and do some mining.
Docking initiated.
We'll just head right into the sun here.
Docking denied. Landing gear down. Landing gear up. Shields off.
And we'll just let's
Quantum travel complete.
blocked by nav point.
Shields off.
Plenty of rocks out here in this miner's paradise. All right, so let's go ahead and start doing a scan. Oof.
Shields on.
Got a couple of signals right here. Okay, we got a single out there. Got a couple of them out this way, so let's go check this one out. They're right next to each other. Little M type out here at a kilometer.
Mining mode off. Mining mode on.
Throw another scan out there. Let's see what we can see here.
Mining mode off. Mining mode on.
All right, let's see what else we got out here.
Mining mode off.
Got an S type out here. Been a while since I spent any time on belt mining.
Mining mode on. Mining mode off.
Okay, 8,000 out that direction. Let's go check it out. Make sure we don't have anything even more appetizing down here. Nope. Got another ship out here. Looks like. Yep, ship debris, because that's why it was 8,000. Okay.
Shields off.
All right, let's see what we got over here.
Shields on.
Nothing too interesting, that's for sure. A little bit of Bexalite, but something small. All right, we're going to keep heading towards NYX here. Another little M type here. So lots of signals out here in NYX, but we're obviously going to have to refine our mining search criteria. Anybody? That's very interesting. New materials. Okay, we'll keep heading towards the sun here, see what we can see. There's a 1900. I haven't seen that one in a while. Ooh, smacked into that one real nice. All right. Very small. All right, we got a triple here. Let's go see what we can see. Vexillite and Torite. That one has 81 SCUs. Give me just a moment. I think we're going to try and mine that one. I don't think I've seen that Torite before. So we're going to give this one a shot before we call it a night. Go up a little more nose up on that guy. Now let's go climb in the mining head and see what we can see here. I'm curious. The reason I'm curious is, you know, the instability was at 240 something. So, and look at that small optimal window. Isn't that interesting? Okay, we're gonna have to get the power level up to get this thing. There we go. Bring it down a little bit. Oh, that put it way into the... That put it way into the overcharge on that one. Very interesting material. Oh, and the game just crashed again. Ay, ay, ay. All right, folks. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night. It's very unstable tonight. Hopefully they get another stability patch out tomorrow. And in the meantime, if you guys like the stream tonight in NYX, please give me a thumbs up on the stream. Really appreciate you guys watching with me. And we will see you again. I'm going to try and do another live stream tomorrow. And hopefully they'll have another patch or two that come out. So I want you guys to